Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're setting up CI/CD from GitHub to UbiOps. But before we get into the specifics, let's briefly talk about what CI/CD, GitHub Actions, and deployment version management are and why they're essential for data science teams. Continuous integration and continuous deployment are practices in software development that automate the process of integrating code changes and deploying them to production. CI ensures that code changes from different team members are automatically tested and merged regularly. CD takes this a step further by automatically deploying the integrated code to a staging or production environment. GitHub Actions is a powerful tool that enables you to automate, customize, and execute your software development workflows right from your GitHub repository. With GitHub Actions, you can build, test, and deploy your code directly from GitHub. Deployment version management involves maintaining different versions of your deployment to ensure stability and the ability to roll back to previous versions if needed. It's crucial for managing updates and ensuring that new changes do not disrupt your service. By combining CI/CD practices with GitHub Actions and effective deployment version management, you can streamline your development process, reduce errors, and deliver new features to your users faster. Now, let's get started with our tutorial on setting up CI/CD from GitHub to UbiOps. But first, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to get notified about our latest MLOps tutorials and guides. First, we'll create an API token with the permissions needed to update a deployment in UbiOps. This token will allow GitHub Actions to communicate with UbiOps. Let's log into our UbiOps account. Once logged in, go to the Permissions section in the sidebar. Navigate to the API Tokens tab. Here, we'll create a new API token. Click on the Add button. Give your token a name, for instance, Git token. This name will help you identify the token later. Next, assign roles to the token. Click on the Assign Roles to User button. From the drop-down menu, select Deployment Editor. This role allows a token to edit deployments. After setting up the roles, copy the API token and save it in a secure spot. Remember, you won't be able to retrieve this token again. Now that we have our API token, it's time to set up the CI workflow in GitHub. Go to your GitHub repository that contains the code you want to push to UbiOps. Navigate to Settings, then to Secrets. Click on New Repository Secret. Name the variable UbiOps token and paste the token you saved before as the value. Click Add Secret. This allows GitHub Actions to use this token securely. With the token added as a secret, we can now create a new GitHub action. Let's set that up. Go to the Actions tab in your repository and click on New Workflow. Choose Set up a workflow yourself. This will redirect you to a new YAML file. Here we'll add our CI configuration script. This script deploys the deployment package in your repository as a new revision of the given deployment version every time new commits are pushed to the main branch. If there's no version yet, a new version with version name will be created. This is done using the UbiOps CLI. The deployment name and version name are identifiers for your UbiOps deployment and version. The UbiOps token is the secret we added earlier. The environment specifies the runtime environment. Here it's Python 3.8. The directory path is the path to your deployment package in the repository. Replace your deployment name, your version, and path to deployment package with your specific details. These settings will guide the deployment process. Now, the script defines the steps that our job will execute. The first step checks out the repository code so that the workflow can access it. Then, it installs the required dependencies, including the UbiOps CLI. After installing dependencies, it needs to authorize the UbiOps CLI using the API token. Finally, it deploys our new deployment package to UbiOps using the CLI. Before committing, ensure all variables are correctly set. For more advanced configurations, you might want to specify additional parameters like memory allocation and maximum number of instances. Check UbiOps documentation for more details. Once you've configured the parameters, click Start Commit to add the new action YAML file to your repository. And that's it! Your GitHub CI workflow is now all set up to automatically push your code to UbiOps every time you commit to the main branch. This setup ensures that your deployments are always up to date with the latest code changes. Now, let's make a change to our deployment code in GitHub and see the results in UbiOps. Here, I'm updating a function in our deployment script. After making the changes, I'll commit and push the updates to the main branch. Once the commit is pushed, GitHub Actions will automatically trigger our CI workflow. As you can see, our workflow is now running. It checks out the code, sets up Python, installs dependencies, signs into UbiOps, and finally deploys the updated code. Now, let's switch to our UbiOps dashboard. Here, we can see that the new version of our deployment is live, reflecting the changes we just made. If you encounter any issues with the latest deployed version, UbiOps makes it easy to roll back to a previous version. Let me show you how. Go to the Deployment Version Management section in UbiOps. Here, you can see all the versions of your deployment. To roll back, simply select the previous version and redeploy it. This ensures that you can quickly revert to a stable version if anything goes wrong with your latest updates. And that's how you can set up a CI/CD pipeline from GitHub to UbiOps, make changes, and manage your deployment versions efficiently. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you found this tutorial helpful, go ahead and click that thumbs up button below and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy coding.